He went to the hospital in Vietnam for 2 weeks. He came back, we went in the woods, and he got killed that night.
In our forgotten life, we swung the Roman knife, marched us from here to there, cutting down all who dared protest. And when the graves were full, old commerce came ashore for business like a jackal trots upon the heels of war. And under former guise, we were an Aztec bride, till from our family's name we were plucked like a little gray bird. New York around our neck, piled up the pyramid steps, and the priest in his pious art cut out our still beating heart. When we were younger still, we marched the happy hills of Grand Tanzanian green, fat from the cattle's cream, the clear blue stream to swim where once on some boyhood when we followed it for 3 days and met not one soul along the way. And oh, the sun poured over me and I answered to nobody. Now in this newfound light, all the screens are very bright, carried us from here and back.
Funeral service. Like I said, his older brother was a Navy SEAL. All of the guys carried his coffin, graduated training with his older brother. That's him there. He looked like he was, like I said, he was just barely 19. He and I got wounded together that day. These two are buried right next to each other. Buried right next to each other in that cemetery.
Oh, they're in that cemetery. Yeah, they're.
Where is this one?
It's at Point Loma, California.
Yep.
And SEAL team is actually right down here, across the bay.
Now, trying to think of the Point Loma is. Is it close to, is it not?
It's called Rosecrans National Cemetery.
Is it Monterey or is
No,
it?
it's right there in San Diego.
San Diego.
Now that's the boss. In '72, I took all of my stuff and I took it to a man and I put it in his attic. He lived in Bonita, California. He was one of the original SEALs, and I worked with him in Vietnam. And I said, Clarence, I said, I don't want this stuff right now. I said, I know this is where you live. I said, would you put it in the attic? I said, someday I might come get it, and someday I might never come get it.
Yeah.
So I put it in his attic, and it was in the early 90s, 94, so before I went back. And he told me, he said, it's still in the attic in the boxes. You can have it, but you gotta go talk to Frank's wife. Now his daughter was 22 months old when we went to Vietnam. And I've been in and out of his home eating supper and stuff, and everything before we went to Vietnam. And I said, boy, I said, you're asking me a lot to go talk to Nora. She had remarried. So the daughter was also named Nora. She's in law school at Palo Alto, California at that time. When I walked into the place of business that her and her husband had, she went, her second husband, she went to Baldwin. She said, I need you to go talk to my daughter and tell her about her daddy. She said, I've never, and they only lived about 12 miles from Silton. She said, I've never taken my daughter down there. She said she needs to know about her father. So, like I said, we've remained close friends ever since then. The three of us that are still alive, we're kind of the grandfather to her kids. You know, back then, nobody really knew what Navy SEALs did.
Yeah.
We made a right-hand turn in the jungle one night. We passed the word down we were going to make a right-hand turn. The guy walking rear security heard something moving to the right. He opened up on him with an M60 machine gun and he shot him in the butt. It was just a real good flesh wound. He went to the hospital in Vietnam for 2 weeks. He came back. We went in the woods and he got killed that night. He took 3 rounds in the heart that I could have covered up with a silver dollar.
Wow.
His mother wrote my boss a letter because he wrote a real long story to Miss Ritter about Jim. And he told me, he said, you go get everybody and you get them on the grinder and we'll talk to them. She said that she didn't know what we did, but Jim died serving his country, and that was all she could ever ask for her son. Now, I'm going to bring you a few more items when the books come in that I ordered for you. Now, this one is yours. That's his bracelet.
Michael Collins, yeah, Lieutenant, yeah. That's him.